She lived for less than 5 minutes, yet her scream still echoes through nearly a century of horror. A monster who learned to speak. A bride who never chose her fate. And a film so controversial parts of it were erased forever. This is MOVIXA, and these are 10 disturbing facts about The Bride of Frankenstein, 1935. Fact 1. James Whale never wanted a sequel. Director James Whale hated the idea of a sequel. After Frankenstein, 1931, shocked audiences, Universal demanded another film. Whale refused for 4 years. He believed repeating the story would kill its meaning. He finally agreed, only if he could completely reinvent it. Instead of simple horror, Whale injected dark comedy, religious symbolism, and social satire. What began as a studio order became one of the greatest sequels ever made. Fact 2. Boris Karloff hated that the monster could talk. Boris Karloff was furious when he learned the monster would speak. He believed silence was the creature's soul. Words like friend, good, alone were painful for him to perform. But audiences felt something new, empathy. Ironically, the dialogue Karloff hated made the monster more human than ever, turning fear into tragedy. Fact 3. A scene with Jesus Christ was banned before filming, and one scene was so controversial it was banned before cameras rolled. Whale planned a moment where the monster finds a crucifix and tries to free Christ, believing another soul is trapped like him. Censors called it blasphemous and shut it down instantly. Though never filmed, the imagery remains: outstretched arms, martyr symbolism, rejection by God and man. Fact 4. The bride appears for less than 5 minutes. The Bride of Frankenstein is on screen for under 5 minutes. Yet she became one of cinema's most iconic monsters. Her fear, her scream, her rejection of the monster, all unforgettable. She never kills anyone. Her horror lies not in violence, but in refusal. Fact 5. Elsa Lanchester played both creator and creation. Elsa Lanchester played Mary Shelley and the bride. Whale did this on purpose. The creator literally becomes the creation, art giving birth to horror. Lanchester said it made her feel both God and victim. A poetic loop where imagination stares back in terror. Fact 6. The bride's hair was not a wig. That electrified hair was Elsa Lanchester's real hair. Every morning, makeup artist Jack Pierce built a wire cage on her head, pulled her hair upward, and hardened it with chemicals and shellac. The lightning-shaped streaks. Her idea. Beauty fused with danger, permanently burned into film history. Fact 7. Her iconic hiss was inspired by swans. The bride's hiss came from swans. Lanchester studied them for hours. Graceful and elegant until threatened, then suddenly violent. She copied their neck movements and warning hiss. By the end of filming, her throat was raw. The result? One of horror's most unsettling sounds. Fact 8. Her costume made bathroom breaks impossible. The bride's bandages were glued directly to her skin. Once wrapped, she couldn't sit, bend, or use the bathroom. Removing the costume meant starting over a 3-hour process. So she avoided drinking water entirely. The stiffness you see on screen. Not acting. Survival. Fact 9. Boris Karloff broke his hip on day 1. On the first day of filming, Karloff fractured his hip. Most actors would stop production. He didn't. That limp. That heavy movement. Real pain. His suffering gave the monster a fragile humanity. Every step looked like it hurt because it did. Fact 10. 15 minutes of the film were lost forever. The original cut was nearly 90 minutes long. Universal panicked. They cut 15 minutes of dark humor, religious imagery, and philosophy. Those reels were likely destroyed in studio. Gorgeous. What remains is a masterpiece, but not the one James Whale truly finished. She lived for only minutes, but her legacy is eternal. This wasn't just a horror film. It was art born from pain, defiance, and fear. You're watching MOVIXA. If you love cinema's darkest secrets, subscribe, and we'll uncover more. See you in the shadows.